Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yesterday we saw US market bouncing back. That is mainly driven by the event getting over. But we had seen that the Fed announced doubling of tapering. That is earlier of 15 billion to now 30 billion. And it is likely that the tapering can get over by March, and the interest rate increase also is whatever the dot chart they had projected indicate that FY22 may have three rate increase, and thereafter FY23 two rate, and FY24 again two rate increase. So that is what was expected and by the market, and the same thing has come as the event got over. We saw a bounce back in the market. Generally, the tapering is already having impact consistently on the emerging market, and most of the emerging market are seeing a withdrawal of cash from the emerging market by the FI. So that may continue, though the event is getting over. Apart from that, the Asian markets are seeing some mixed reactions. Few of the markets are positive, like Japan and South Korea, whereas New Zealand, Australia, and Hong Kong are negative. And apart from that, the futures of the US market are also more of a flattish. On the commodity side, what we are seeing reaction is the oil has bounced back. Yesterday, it came down to around 73, 73.5, and now it is at 74.5. Whereas copper and aluminum are more of a flattish, and iron ore and steel are seeing some up move. They are both up by around 1.5%. So that is more driven by the Chinese policy, which they are expecting it to uh, bring some stimulus to revive the economy. So now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday we see some selling pressure in upper range and maybe close near the important support zone, that is 17,200. If Nifty managed to sustain this level during the day and this weekly expiry, then we expect further momentum towards 17,270 is the first intraday resistance, and then above 17,340 next important level for Nifty. In downside, 17 200 160 is the important support zone for index. If Nifty break this level, then we expect further selling pressure towards 17,090 and 17,000 in downside. Bank Nifty also trading near the support zone, that is 36,800, 36,600 in downside. Upside intraday resistance for Bank Nifty is 36,870 and then 37,000 and 37,220 in upside. Support place around 36,660, 36,500 at downside. Nifty Finance also trading near the support zone, and support at important support zone place around 17,560, 17,600 at downside. Upside 17,800 is next important resistance for Nifty Finance. To expect all three index trading a positive, open and positive note, but we can see the important resistance level in an upside. If all three index break this important resistance level, then we expect a little bit upside momentum. But support zone is important. Is break that level and downside, then we expect further selling pressure. Stock Pacific, TVS looks positive at current level. Yesterday also see the positive momentum in TVS Motor. And upside 690 is the next important resistance for TVS Motor, and support place around 662 at downside. Second, Reliance Industry looks negative in current level. Upside immediate resistance for Reliance Industry is 24. 24,420 and 24,30. Below 22, 2360, it will come towards the 2340, 2330 at downside. That's it for technical. Derivative I can carry.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vikas. See, on the derivative front, looking at the overall positions, the PCR has come down below the zero point 0.8 levels. That is highly oversold. Looks like there can be a good support by, rally, which can take the index toward the 17,400, 17,500 odd levels. The open interest has risen a little bit in the last 2 3 days. That means some open interest has been added on the long side in the last 2 3 days. Also, the VIX continues to remain near the 16 17 levels. Now, with the heightened risk around the world, the VIX around the 16 17 levels is at comfortable levels. Going about 20 is going to be, very difficult for us because it is an alarm sign. Till it is below the 20 levels, no need to worry. Um, from the open interest front as well, 17,500 call has the highest open interest, and we are very likely to retest the 17,500 levels going forward. So one can go ahead and buy 17,200 is a good support area. That should be the stop loss for longs. From the stock specific front, in the last 2 or 3 days, TVS Motors has seen some good amount of open interest built up. Yesterday there was some aggressive OI built up. Also, Pidilite and Crompton had seen some good open interest built up. So these stocks look good. Sorry, Pidilite and Crompton had seen good short covering action. So shorts have been covered in the system for these stocks, and which is a good sign. So these stocks look good. So one can look to add these positions. Pharma as a whole looks good, even though there are phases where some selling is coming in, but overall looks good. So one can look to buy pharma from a period of time for 5 to 7 days or buy pharma. We like Dr. Reddy, Lupin, and Sun Pharma. So that's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. Yesterday, TVS Motors and BMW have announced expansion of their partnership to include the joint development of new platforms and future technologies, including electric vehicles. So it is possible that going forward, BMW could use this company as the base for global exports, and the first product is likely to be launched in the next 2 years. This news already came during yesterday market hours, but although overall it is positive for TVS Motors. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sun Pharma has received USFDA approval for generic version of Ebisum liposum injection. The IQVI annual sales of the drug is around $136 million, which is not very big. However, the company has also granted competitive generic therapy, that is CGT designation, and is eligible for 180 days of CGT exclusivity. What is the CGT is? It means that the drug has low competition, and hence the company doesn't expect much more players coming in this space, which actually gives the revenue visibility for some more time. So this is overall positive. We have seen that the yesterday's close, the stock was moving up, and we expect that momentum to continue in today's trade as well. Today, Superior Life Science IPO is opening up. The company is into pharmaceuticals and manufactures APIs. The price band is around 265 to 274, and the offer would open till 20th December. And the issue size is around 700 crores, which includes offer for sale 500 crores from promoters and 200 crores of fresh issue, which would be utilized to fund capex and repayment of borrowings. The company has made a niche for its products and has uh, leadership market share in few of the products. They have 38 APIs and which are focused on diverse therapeutic segments. The company also, as I said, does the exports and has a market share in those exports as compared to the total overall India exports. The company is growing around 20 20% at 20% CAGR and has very healthy margins, and which are improving year on year also. FY21 they clocked the margins of 43%, which is very good considering the API space. Even at the 274 upper band, the PE comes to 17.8, which looks very attractive when we compare it to other listed peers like BV's, Laurus, Newland, and others. So we recommend subscribe for the listing as well as long-term gains. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Wipro has acquired LeanSwift Solutions, which will help Wipro to enhance its cloud capabilities. CY20 revenue for LeanSwift stood at $18 million. This is marginally positive to Wipro. Thank you.
Yeah. Apart from that, Indiabull Housing is where the promoter is selling its part of its stock. Promoter got around 20% holding, 20% plus holding, and today they may be selling around 10-12% of that. And promoter has indicated that they want to exit from the business. Then the holding, there will not be any single large holder, and it will be more of institutionals will be holding the shares, and there could be professional management may come in the futures in this particular company. Indiabull went through a lot of difficulties in last 2 years, but came out from all that. So at such valuations looks reasonable at current price. Also, it is trading somewhere around 10 times PE and around 0.8 times price to book value. So valuations are still reasonable. If suppose good professional management come in, then there could be good upside possible in this particular stock. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.